We believe justice work must be intersectional and centered in community values in order to create shared power, liberation, and equity. Through education, civic engagement, and arts and culture, we unite and empower diverse leaders who are unafraid to take action for a better future. We've developed 3 program priorities for a powerful leadership development experience.
I came to 21 Progress as an intern for the Build Your Dream program, and now I'm continuing the work helping out with the DACA informational sessions. Going back to high school and looking at my surroundings, how I didn't see myself represented in my teachers, administration, and realizing how I didn't take pride in my identity as a Latina because I didn't see that represented in my high school, and learning that I do need to take pride in who I am and my identities, and taking the time to teach others what a Latina is, how a woman is, and how diverse all those identities are.
I got involved with 21 Progress in the beginning in a program called Seattle to Selma. It was a trip with a bunch of young folks to the Deep South to learn the history of the Civil Rights Movement. It was a very different program and trip than I'd ever experienced in my life. A lot of the things we did and a lot of the places we went are things you don't normally get to do day to day. We went to historical places where people were killed and people protested, and just seeing it all and seeing the historical places that these things happen made it more real. It's more real than a textbook. Any textbook could teach you, or any teacher or professor could try to explain to you. There was like a personal connection, I think.
Community education makes a difference by letting people that it's okay to ask questions in a community, and it's such a welcoming experience that there's no judgment. It's just about us educating each other. There's no single teacher. In a way, we're all teachers and students.
I'm really appreciative of the programs that 21 Progress has in doing this. I think it's very important to have these programs for students and young folks to learn and build these skills and build the confidence to take action.
As an undocumented student, it was very hard at first to hear of the news of what was happening with the DACA recipient, guy, and I knew that they were doing a rally in Seattle, so they hit me up like, hey, would you be willing to speak at this rally, knowing my identity? And I was like, I have to do it. So they, 21 Progress really offered that opportunity for me to be vocal and to really have a good platform of how to project my voice, not just for myself, but for the undocumented community as a whole. I mean, I don't represent, the undocumented community, but just being able to say, we're here and we're here to stay. And that was a very powerful movement for me because, I wouldn't have had this opportunity without 21 Progress, knowing my identity. So they really offered that, and it was a really powerful experience for me overall.
I think a thriving community is a community where there's a lot of understanding. I think there's no one's going to be the same, no one's going to have the same opinion, no one's going to practice the same religion, no one's going to deal with the same hardships, right? I could never understand what other people go through just because of who I am and how I was raised. But to have a little bit of understanding, or a lot of understanding, and compassion and empathy for other people, so that they can feel comfortable being who they are, freely and without judgment. And I think that's when people are most successful and when communities are most successful.
A thriving community means a community that reflects and accepts the diversity of the world. And I feel like at 21 Progress, that's something that is reflected, how everyone can come into the office and just feel the safe space and comfortable and being able to be yourself. Just
accepting who you are, and there's like no questions asked or judgment behind it.
A thriving community certainly entails equity, where people have equal access to, economic, political, and social opportunities. And I think that a community can thrive on those three pillars, right? I think that if equity is a platform for everybody to work with our communities.
When you join us, we will unite and develop a generation of people ready and willing to lift their voice. The question we are asking now is, who will decide the future? If not us, who? If not now, when? Your decision will shape our future. Join us today.